I like how you say, even after Bible college, you went back to serve at the church that you grew up in. Because I'm going to be honest, like nowadays, it might not be attractive to most people because we aspire things through selfish ambition. And a lot of times the Lord wants to root that out of us. But like the beauty of serving the Lord faithfully wherever He would put you is so undervalued. So like when I see that in somebody, I really value that. So that's why I'm excited to talk to you, because what the world deems as success is not success.
Right.
What a lot of Christians deem as success is not success. Success is being intimate with the Lord, bearing abundant fruit, leading people to Jesus by your life, like your consistent example of faithfulness. People don't realize that in heaven, I truly believe that we'll see a lot of people we impacted that we didn't even know that we impacted by our faithfulness. Oh my gosh. Because we know the negative side of that is like somebody gets saved for about 2 weeks, a month, and then they go right back. That has a very negative effect on all the people they just told that God changed their life.
Right.
But man, when somebody's steady Eddie for whatever it may be, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, and they just keep going, and they're doing the same thing, it bothers some people because they're like, my own spiritual life is not consistent. But a burden that's on my heart is that we truly raise the standard. Like in a wicked hour that we're in right now, why would we lower the bar?
Right.
Why would we should be raising the bar? And a lot of people are still content, really, if they're honest, to live old covenant. Like they just want to not do these few big sins, but they're content to keep their lust, they're content to keep their anger, they're content, and all these things. And the Lord's saying, I'm calling you up higher to a life that's impossible to live apart from the Spirit of God.
Absolutely.
And so we need Him every waking moment of the day. And so I'm glad that we're going to have this conversation on spiritual growth, because I believe it's going to change people's lives today. I want to start with this verse from Matthew chapter 5, and you touched on it when you preached not too long ago, but it's in Matthew chapter 5, and it's verse 6. It says, "Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be satisfied." This hunger and this thirst that it's talking about is not like I could go for some of that.
Yeah.
Or like...
Not a craving.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, I could go for some Dairy Queen later, but I'm not hungry. I've stuffed myself to the gill with what I ate. I don't have any more room, but I could go for that. No, this is what I want, this is what I need, and I've got to have it, or I can't go on.
Yeah.
And it says when you have that hunger, when you have that desire and you thirst after it, like we have to eat to live. We have to drink to live. I mean, and I like to joke a lot of times, I don't drink a lot of water myself, but you know what I'm saying? Like we need water to be healthy, to carry on. And so the Lord is looking to fill people in that place and to satisfy people in that place. But the question for a lot of people is, where do we start? Like, how do you even cultivate a hunger for God? And a lot of times the Lord will touch us, and he'll give us these glimpses where we taste and we see of His glory, but we let other things in and they choke out that spiritual life.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to say on that? Or?
Yeah, so one thing I mentioned when I preached here was, well, a couple of things. First of all, one of the things I love about this verse is these people who hunger and thirst for righteousness are blessed because they are filled. Not just, it's great to hunger and thirst, but you're blessed because God is always going to satisfy that hunger. But as far as the starting point, how do you cultivate that hunger? Because that's something I've dealt with over the years in my walk with the Lord, is these dry spells of, I don't feel like being in the Word today. And it's not about your feelings at that point. It's about doing what you know to do,
Yeah.
But a concept I shared here was from Bill Johnson, the fact that this kingdom is the reverse of a lot of things we see in the natural. To be exalted, you have to humble yourself. Think concepts like that. So to create a hunger, you don't starve yourself, you eat in the Word, in the kingdom. So to get started on, man, how do I develop a hunger? Just get in the Word is my thought. Just start with something. And for new believers, I think the best place to be is in the Gospels. for believers that have been in the faith for a while, it could be anywhere. You could be fed from Genesis to Revelation, but just developing the habit, even in days where you don't feel like eating. Just take it in because you know you need it, and you will then develop and see that hunger kind of be cultivated as you go through just the habit of it.
That's faith, and
Right.
and a lot of times, like, where people are living by their feelings, they don't truly believe that if I come to the scriptures, anything's gonna happen. But like, a person that truly has faith that God will feed them when they come to the Word is gonna be a person that and as they consume that Word, they're gonna grow fast.
Yeah.
Like, it's to some extent, it does matter, like longevity in the Lord. Say somebody's been, walking with the Lord 20 years. I have something to gain from them.
Sure.
But we've let that we've put these people over here. Oh, they've been a Christian a long time, so they have a lot of wisdom, but I'm new, so it's going to take me forever to get where they're at. And it's like, man, you don't know how much the Lord can do. Like, he redeems time.
Yeah.
And if you
absolutely.
give him all of your time, he will use that time, and he will put himself within you. He will make you wise, because his word, Jesus is wisdom itself. And so as he comes and he speaks his word to us, it really does grow us up quickly, because people don't realize the stakes. I need wisdom or I will do foolish things.
Yeah.
And so there's not really an option. Like, the Lord wants to grow us up into him.